Are you good to go, Mr. Gamble?
Yeah, I'm here. Go.
Alright, sounds...
Yeah, sometimes when I lose, when I lose the lane,
Okay.
I don't know what should I do, where I farm or how to take the free farm.
Okay.
I mean the safe farm, you know? Yeah. And maybe sometimes what should I buy, items, not small items, like the big items in mid game, from minute 7 and yeah.
When you lose the lane, what do you think goes wrong after? Do you go to the wrong places on the map?
Yes,
do you die too much?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I die too much, yeah.
So it's both, okay. I don't know if you were listening to the other session as well, but usually when I talk to people, or what I like to do, or what I think everyone should do, before you start the game, it's good if you first of all have an idea as to why you pick Slardar. I mean, maybe if you pick in the first phase, you're just picking a hero you like.
I just I spam my teammates. Like I said, you pick guys PA or SF, and I would go for Slardar,
Okay, I like it.
I know what should I do, yeah.
Yeah, no, great. Okay, that's good. And then second of all, you need to know what your teammate is and what your enemies are. So I guess in this case, it's Naga +1. Yeah. Maybe Naga Dazzle. Which is a pretty toxic lane for you.
Yeah, it's so toxic.
And you don't have the best +4, but we're gonna have to make it work. I'm not gonna say that just because you have a +4, you're gonna lose every game or lose every lane.
I first pick it because he didn't want to pick.
Okay.
I first picked Slardar too.
Yeah, understood. So so you know your lane, you stun, get some good damage. So that might even just be first blood. Yeah, cool. That looks good. You have stun level 1. I like it. Okay, what would you say are your first items in the lane? Or usually when you play Slardar, what would your first items be? Is it always boots or something else?
If I get if I have a good +4, I will go for boot. And if I have another Sunner in the lane, I will go for Glove of Haste.
Okay.
I mean the attack speed.
Yeah, no, that's correct.
Yeah, I'm playing versus heroes who spam. I buy wand.
Stick or wand? Or both?
No, the small one.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so let me look at your lane. So you have Podge, you're just gonna... So here, what is your idea of the lane? When you enter this lane, with Podge Slardar, are you gonna play to kill them? Are you gonna play to farm? What's your initial idea? I
will try to aggro every time, and if they make stupid move, we kill.
Okay, perfect.
And I play aggressive all the time, so...
Okay, I think the main idea of this lane should be for you to get as much farm as possible, and if they fuck up, maybe you get a hook or maybe a good stun into bash, then you can go for plays.
Yes.
But the main idea should just be for you to, get what you can. And usually, as you said, I think when you play aggressive lanes with Slardar, it's good to get a glove. It gives you more kill potential, maybe boots so you can reach them. If you're playing really hard lanes, I don't know if this is something you've tried, lanes that will spam you a lot. You can go stick into Ring of Health, or you can buy the item for Armlet, the Helm item. I don't know if that's something you've tried. But that can feel very good in lanes where you cannot kill them.
Okay.
So that's
never buy
the
ring. Yeah.
One of those can be good. But okay, so far nothing too crazy is happening. The lane is pushing into you, so you're just gonna farm, which is the right thing to do. You have bash now, so I think here there's nothing too crazy to talk about. Sadly, they got to stack and pull.
That's weird look too.
Yeah, it's fine. This should have been a kill. I think so far you've laned pretty well. You had good creep aggro in the first wave. You go in with your bash. I can see that you understand your hero. This is good.
Yeah.
Ideally, they don't get the pull off, but this is, again, not on you. We need to focus on what you can do best and not our teammates, right? We can sadly not control them, always.
Yeah.
So you salve up. This is good.
I bought the attack speed.
Ah, okay. You waited a little bit too long here, I think, to come back in the lane. Or maybe you're meeting your career.
No, I DC it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. I was like, he's waiting very long here. Okay, so you get your stuff. What are you buying next? You have boots. Yeah, in this lane, I don't mind it. Because I think, even though it's Naga, Dazzle, you can go for kills here. So I think going boots and glove, I like it. I will probably do the same. By the way, there are some lanes where I like to go 1-1-1. Is that something you ever consider or do?
Yeah.
I think if there's a specific support or maybe a Drow Ranger who has no boots and you have boots, one level in sprint can be very good. Because sometimes all you need to kill is that you get to bash them, right? You get to run in and hit the bash on them.
Yeah.
In this lane though, I think what you're doing is correct. He is grave. Okay. Yeah, some XD hooks. Grave. Yeah, this looks good. I'll be happy with this trade. Yeah, very nicely played by you. You get more tangles, you TP back to the lane. This is looking very sweet. Your guys should pull. I think here, when he's pulling, usually the way the lane works, if you have a dual lane, which, well, usually you have in the side lanes, if one guy is pulling, the other guy needs to be useful, or in terms of you need to do your job. Yeah, so one guy is going to pull, and the other guy needs to zone to make sure that this pull happens.
Yeah.
Because like here, maybe if you get to do this, I mean, he has boost, so maybe you don't, but you know, you can maybe hit him a few times, force poison touch or some mana, make sure that this pull happens, you know, just something small.
Yeah.
That's good. You hold the wave here, that looks nice. You're gonna have your tread soon. This looks like a little overplay. Yeah, I think this is something that doesn't look so good. I don't know exactly what you were feeling like in the game. So I guess, so Pudge pings this guy, you want to go. But I think once he uses his Illus and you're half HP and your guy gets Poison Touch, I think we need to stop this play. I think this is the type of play where it should feel bad soon. Latest now. I think latest now we need to turn around and get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Because even if you don't die, you will take a lot of damage. And there's creeps here we can farm. But instead, you know, like this happens and it's a small mistake, but just overall, if something doesn't feel good, just don't do it, you know? You're not obligated to go for this play just because your guy is like, oh, I want to kill. If you know it's bad, don't do it.
Okay.
Because especially if you're the core in the lane, you will know, like you know best what's good for your game, right? Like you're the starter player. He's probably not a starter player. So if you know you need something or something is bad, then tell them. Or if they're gonna make you do a play that's garbage, you know, just don't do it. It's fine. Okay. You should want to win, he should want to win. And, you know, if you know that this play will make you win, then do it. If not, then don't do it. But yeah, you have threads. This looks good. 1-1-2 build. So what is your item progression in this game? Like, what are you thinking about in this game? Do you want to rush a Blink Dagger? Yeah, or do you want to, like, go on Midas?
Yeah, I have OD and I have PA, and like I don't need to wait to push to hook, so I go Blink. And then I will buy, like, something like Midas or PKB.
Cool, I love it. It's perfect. It's exactly what you should do. So yeah, for now we're just gonna have like some farming. You know, it's just us against Naga. Nothing too crazy is gonna happen. Our net worth could maybe be a little higher, but I think that's okay. It has to do with, you know, some small things, maybe some mistakes from Pudge, the one death we had, but overall we're fine. Anyway, we have threads. We have 1k gold. This is fine.
Is this safe? Like what I'm doing here?
What you're doing, not necessarily. It depends on how you define it. Why? There's a reason why you could feel safe in this move, and it's because they have Axe, who will not gank you, who's also showing. They have Tinker, who will not gank you because he has to farm. And they have Io, who's probably playing with one of the other clowns, right? So in other games, this probably isn't very safe, but in this situation, in this game, yeah, it's safe.
And it's good? Like, should I be there or be in triangle farming ancient camps?
I think you should definitely
farm it so fast,
You should definitely be in the lane, I think. Because
what will push it and farm jungle, or?
I think the best thing you do right now is that you maximize your farm. So whatever gives you the most gold, that is what you should do. But lane creeps are #1 priority. So maybe here you do this, you push it, this is great. And now while the creeps are dead and you have some downtime in a moment, now you can maybe look, okay, this camp is up. I think like here, instead of fighting him here, you go to this camp and maybe you sneak one creep away from him. And then you go back to the lane because the wave comes and then you do that again. Because here, you fighting him made you go to base, which is gonna make you miss this creep wave.
Yep.
And that's like, let's see how many creeps you missed. 2, 3, well, you went somewhere else for fight.
Yeah.
Well, also, let's just pretend you wanna go back here. You would miss at least 2 creeps, and you would have to use your TP, which is like 100 gold and 2 creeps, that's like 200 gold.
Yeah.
Let's see, you go to this play. Kind of like the last coaching session, I like the fact that you're looking on the map and you're ready to make moves, you know? You're not hard glued to this lane. If you see something better, you can go for it.
Yeah, I don't like farming too much. Like I love early game moves, you know?
Okay. So I think here, let's see. So without seeing this outcome, I think going for this one move here and doing this is good. If you feel like you are necessary or needed for this move, it's good. But after, I want you to... Like when you have 1k gold, it's fine, I think, to go for 1 or 2 plays because you're still far away from your blink. But right now, you're getting very close to it. I would rather, once you go here and you see this play doesn't work because they have a sentry, and now they know you're invis, I would want you to go back to farm your blink somewhere and not, you know, keep trying.
Yeah, and I will die here.
Yeah. That kind of makes sense. You know, this is just like an overplay. We don't have to do it. Same with this one. That's just, I think for now, the biggest pattern I see. You know, which is fine. It's something we can learn. Something you should think about. Because now, again, the #1 priority for us is to get Blink Dagger. Because without Blink, we don't have too many ways to make any kills, right? We have Pudge 4, Marcy 5. Odie is very strong, but he has no one to initiate for him. So the one thing you and your team are waiting for is your Blink Dagger.
Blink, yeah. Is this
Blink,
good?
smoke.
Like,
no, this is not your job. This is, if you're Legion, I'm happy if you TP here. But you're Slardar, you know, if you're Legion or Pangolier or Tidehunter, you can TP here.
Yeah, Tidehunter is fine, but why LC?
Because you will just gonna use Q and stop the push. Even just 1 or 2 levels of LCQ will stop this whole push.
Okay.
I think here, this TP will depend on who you are, like what hero you are, and what heroes your teammates are. Like in this case, you don't really have anyone that's good to defend the tower. So maybe, you know, the only way that you can justify this TP is if you're like, okay, if I don't TP, this tower is dead, but if I TP, it's alive. And maybe that is the case in this game. But to be fair, the OD should just, you know, grow up here and, you know, defend this fucking tower.
Yeah.
Because realistically, it is not your job to do it. Your job right now to speed up the game is to get Blink Dagger ASAP and then go here.
Yeah.
But so just, you know, think about it. In this case, if you feel like you have to TP to defend the tower, then okay, you can do it again next time. But most of the time, it's just dependent on your hero and if someone else will defend it or not. Might have a slight overplay, but you do live. So I think here, the way I view Dota, a lot of the times it's like a reward. I like to reward myself after making a good play. So what you do, I'll apply it in 2 different scenarios here. You TP mid, you kill this Axe, who's very strong for them, right? After I kill this Axe, I want to reward myself with creeps. Like I just did something good, now I want, you know, my team to give me back. I want to farm creeps.
Yeah,
this is where you run bottom, you do that. That would be good. Now we go to the next play. So you TP mid, and maybe it's not the perfect play, but you helped your team to defend the tower, right? And you're so close to Blink. So here, I help my team, and now I want to be rewarded, you know? You make this play, you bait this Naga, you defend the tower, boom. We go here. We farm Blink, and then we go again. We smoke, we get a kill, and then we reward ourselves again. Maybe we kill a creep wave after we get the kill with Blink. And then we look for a kill again, you know? That's how I like to see it when I play Playmakers.
Okay.
So you get your Blink. We need you to go regen so that we can make a move. Yeah, that looks good. You have a smoke. Great. So you have Blink and smoke. Who do you want to kill? And if do you need someone for the kill? Or can you solo smoke?
Like maybe Naga or Axe?
No? So basically, I guess any core would make you feel good, right? If they die to your smoke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so this case, it might just work out like this. Yeah, okay. You didn't even need to smoke. That looks pretty cool. So you TP bottom because you see the play. You don't even need to smoke.
was dying, that's why I TP too.
Yeah, I mean, ideally you have 3 charges ready on Bash, right? But I think it's fine. Or at least if you smoke, you're gonna need 3 charges ready. But this looks good. So your first play is Blink reveal, core kill. That looks great. Let's see what we do now. This tower might be a little iffy to kill. We don't really have any tower killing heroes. So I think here what I would like you to do is get your Bash ready and actually just smoke away from bottom. Because this tower, it will take forever to die. Oh, okay. You just get the kill like this, potentially. You might die to Tinker. Very useful. You should have probably died there. But okay. Let me see. This is the type of play I'm just gonna have to look at it twice. Because I need to see if you were needed to get this kill or not. Yeah, I think not anymore. He's dead now. You can't blink. I mean, whatever. I think it's okay. There's gonna be these plays where you feel like you're trading yourself for the enemy. But there's going to be a lot of cases where you didn't need to man up in that instance. That was the only thing I wanted to look at. Because we want to avoid any deaths we can, right?
Yeah.
It's, I mean, not some pro level insight. Deaths are not good. Most of the time. Unless they lead into something good, right?
Yeah.
So this
I
is
got
good.
Midas, it's good here.
I think Midas is absolutely fine. It's a Tinker Naga. It's a Tinker Naga game. Like, you could just go Midas into BKB, keep your game going. I think that's cool.
Yeah, I think, I go Midas BKB, I think.
Yeah. So we haven't. Yeah. So you use your smoke here to try and stay alive. I think. I think it's good for us to have another smoke coming soon for you. And now I want to ask you two things. If you're playing this Slardar and you're playmaking right now, if you were looking for a kill right now, who do you want with you? I mean, maybe it's not so easy in this game because you have like some weird support duo. But usually you want one hero to come with you in the smoke so that you get the kill, right?
Maybe Pudge or Marcy.
Yeah, I guess in this case, like Pudge is fine. You're gonna blink, bash, stun, haze, and he will just hook them back and, dismember them. It's gonna be a kill.
Yeah.
So that means if you wanna look for kills, you're probably gonna look to play with Pudge. And later, when your PA has like another item after Battle Fury, then he can be that +1 for you, right? Because you give a lot of minus armor.
Yeah, then we can stack and Roche and...
Exactly, and then eventually you can play for Roche. Like right now, I think not too much is happening. Your PA had a pretty bad death, but who cares? So I think here right now, the best thing for you to do is one of two things. You either A, hit creeps, but I want you to be aware of looking for kills, right? So here, you hit the mid wave, but once you see that there's a potential play, you go for it here, which is good. And mainly, as we just figured out, we want you to play with the Pudge because you and him can get a lot of kills. Like here, you end up with the 4 heroes, this is great. Your PA just wants to farm, but you guys can farm and fight. So this is good. Yeah, we get 3 kills, your OD is owning, and usually how Dota works is that we want to play through our strong heroes. Like PA is not strong, right? He has a farming item, so we want to enable him to farm. How do we do that? Exactly. We do that by pressuring the enemy with our strong heroes who can actually fight. Marcy can fight, Pudge can fight, Odie can fight, and you too. So this is perfect, what we're doing right now. I think killing this tower is... Yeah, I think this is... I think what you're doing is fine. Killing this tower is, I would say, kind of a meme. I think pressuring it is good, but it will take a while to kill it, or it should. I guess I don't have to live.
You want to fight here, like...
Yeah, no, it's good. Like, what you guys are doing is good. Like, pressuring them to come here. Either they come here and you take a fight, or you will slowly take the tower, right? Like, OD can hammer it and hit it, whatever. So this is good. So after we get this tower killed, what would you say is a good play? How would you want the map to progress? Or what is going through your head right now?
Smoke, go to triangle, so we take Rush with PA Slarda.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good step.
Or keep farming here and farm all the map.
I think the best thing we can do right now is, so first of all, in order to do the play that I want you guys to do, is that one of you need a smoke. Because the best thing we can do right now is that we kill the tower. Because obviously, they don't want to defend this tower, which means they don't want to fight us, right? They have Tinker, Naga, they just want to farm creeps. So we kill this tower, we take the outpost, and now we smoke, and we have one of two places we smoke to. We either A, smoke like this into our jungle, or B, smoke through middle, and we go into the triangle. Either way, what this does is it's going to give us a lot of map control, probably a kill, and it allows us to set up control for Roshan.
Yeah.
But this smoke, I wouldn't say it has to happen, but it's by far the best play you guys can do right now from this point. Because here, you're all bottom, they will not defend, the lane is pushed, but now we need to kick them out of here. They don't deserve, like this Naga doesn't deserve to farm here. And us being Slardar, I would say you have the highest responsibility to make sure that this play happens, because you're the one that can lead kills and like lead the movement right now on the map. But it's hard to do without a smoke, so I'm not gonna say, that you should see this. If you have a smoke, you might see this move. That's why I think when you play initiators, it's important that you have a smoke when you get your blink dagger, and that either you or support have smokes around like 15 to 20 minutes, when you might go to Roshan and so on.
Okay.
Because here, let me see how this turns out. Maybe it turns out good, I'm not sure. It does. But I think ideally, if we just think about where we want to fight right now, I think the worst fights we can take is at their tier 2 towers. because it gives them armor, it gives them vision, it gives them fog, and Tinker has a very easy time to fight around here if he doesn't get jumped first.
What should we do? We let them farm or?
No, that's why it's just a bonus point to the smoke. That's why if you have a smoke and you fight here or here, it's a lot better for you than fighting here.
Okay.
But here you go for the jump, which I think is okay. I'm just saying that there's a high chance that, you know, this can potentially go very wrong. If they have like, yeah, I mean, they have full vision of you and they're fighting in their tower. Okay, fight goes good, you die. This is one of the deaths that I think are, you know, it's acceptable. Because you get like,
yeah,
you guys killed Tinker, you killed Axe, who bought back, we're killing this guy. Okay, so this turns out good, which is fine. You TP top, which I think is the correct play. You push in the lane, and now the next thing we need to talk about and look at is that we're gonna take Roche, right?
Yeah, I pinged them.
Yeah, that's great. So we're gonna go Roshan. Somehow Tinker dies again, or is looking to die. Nice job by you. You connect instantly after you see that there's a potential play.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is looking good. Now your PA has some items too. He's gonna have BKB, which means you're gonna help him take Roche. And now it switches. You don't need to play with the Pudge anymore. Now your carry is strong enough that if you have Bash and stun ready, you and PA will kill anyone.
Yeah.
So this is around the time where I don't want you to show at all anymore, or, you know, show as little on the map as possible, and just play in between lanes, and ideally you're around the PA. Like if PA is, you know, around here, if you think anyone will go here, you go to him. If you think, okay, actually OD took ages. Okay.
Like farm around him?
Like I want you to be as close as possible to the hero that you think you will kill with. In this scenario, do you think... this is also going to depend a bit on the map. Like I think right now here, Radiant won't really be up here, right? Around the PA yet.
Yeah.
But when PA gets to this tier 1, I want you to be with the PA.
Yeah, because they will TP to her.
Exactly. But for now, this is correct. You're around the Marcy and the OD. You know, they might come here. You might have a kill here. Then you can do this. You help him mid. As soon as they don't go here, you can go like this and connect to your PA, who will now need help. Because like now, what's important for you is just to understand who you want to play around and where you need to be. So this is actually very beautiful what you're doing. You're mid around him. You rotate to the Ancients. Now you're in between both. So if they go top, you can go top. If they go mid, you can go mid. And if they do this, you can also go here. You know, if your team is more ready, maybe you get a kill here. It's absolutely perfect play by you. Now you're gonna queue up your BKB. Actually, I like this a lot. I think the shard on Starter is very good. So I like that by you. Let's see how we go in. They have a ward on you? No, the rocket just hit you. Okay, you were close to getting the blink bash on him. That is fine. Try to go in. Go on the IO. This looks good. Sadly, we might die again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wanna see if you could have played this any different. I don't think so. No, this is fine by you. I heavily like having a stick on this hero. Sometimes if I don't have it before dagger, I buy it after. I'm not saying you would live here, but I think it's something to consider because Slardar, well, you use a lot of mana in long fights. So I think stick is very valuable on this hero. You buy the shard, as I said, I think I like that. You go BKB next. TP bot, you kill one wave, then you move. This looks good. You go back to your homie, to your PA. Looks like he might die. Does live, has BKB. Yeah, there's some annoying stuff going on. Okay, you go in, so you save him, that's good.
Yeah.
But I think here, after we go in, you're kiting a bit, this is still looking okay. Yeah, I think after you double stun and hit like once or twice, I think I want you to run this way and wait for your team. So that they can be closer. Yeah. So I think here is something that I mentioned earlier where I think you're committing a little too fast. Like I think the stun is good. I want you to like soft go, you know? Blink stun, save him, chill.
And
your team comes closer. Wait. Once your team is here, okay, we run back in. Because here we're taking too much damage. You know, like
I'm hard committing every time.
Yeah, like now Naga gets the net on you, barely. You know, if we run a bit earlier, maybe he doesn't. Then you wait for your next blink, and then you go back in when your team is ready. Because here, if you could maybe go in with a blink stun, maybe OD will get 1 or 2 kills. But since there's not enough stuns, I mean, maybe he does anyway, but it would at least avoid your death, which we kind of need, right? I would say 4 or 5 deaths are maybe okay for you right now, because your deaths usually led into something. But a lot of the times we can get the enemies killed and also barely live or get out. So I think that's something for us to consider. I like that you're queuing up a Yules because you feel like, okay, fuck this shit, I don't want to die, and I need something cheaper than BKB to stay alive. I think potentially in hindsight, Yules would have been even better than the Shard at the time. And then maybe we go the Shard after because it helps us with stunning. Because I think the main point for you in this game, after your team got strong, is that all we need you to do is go in and stay alive so that you can get off another stun, right? Like the secondary stun or whatever.
Yeah.
And the Shard doesn't really help you do that. It helps you get off the first stun like easier. But I think that's not the right way to think about it. I think we will already get off a good stun no matter what.
Yeah.
But it's important for us to itemize so we can get off the second one. But yeah, I like the fact that you do buy Shard because I think it's very underrated on this hero. I just recently started playing this hero too.
And OD.
Yeah. No, I think overall this is looking pretty solid. Things I saw in this game was you overcommitting or maybe trying a little too hard to make specific plays happen that aren't truly necessary for you. Like in the lane, I think we had 1 or 2 overplays. And then if you're close to a core timing or, you know, a core item that you need, I think it's okay or necessary for you to understand that and play for it.
Okay.
And I do really like, or at least personally, when I talk to people, I really like the, you know, the rewarding yourself. If you make a good play, if you defend a tower, you deserve to farm some creeps after, you know?
Yeah, I
or
don't
you
do that
deserve
in my games. Yeah, I will try to do that.
Because I think that's important. Because if you go to a tower and you lose like all your HP, and then you have to run back to base, you know, and then you run somewhere and you don't farm creeps, like your game gets really slowed down. When in reality, you just help your team defend the tower, you just help your team like get a double kill. Like, you know, guys, I need to keep my game going, you know? Because in order for you guys to do anything, it's important for you and for your team to understand that you need a blink dagger, right?
Yeah.
So eventually, sure, you help your team a lot, but at some point to help your team even more and the most, we need this item to do it.
Yeah. One question about the Slarda game. Like,
Of course.
what's my items? The first items. Is that right?
I think starting items are absolutely fine. I think what's important when you play in side lanes is that either you or the 4, you need to start with a salve, or if you don't start with a salve, you need to send it right away with bounty runes. That's one thing to consider in nearly every lane. No, I think your items are pretty fine. You could consider going a Ring of Protection because their lane is very physical heavy with Poison Touch, Heal, and Naga Siren. But I think this is fine. And then after this, you just buy whatever you think is necessary, you know? You wanna go Glove of Haste or Boots to get kill? Okay. You wanna play more passive with like the Helm or the Ring? That's also fine, you know? You just need to buy whatever however way you want to play, that's what you want to itemize for. If you want to play aggressive, you need to buy Boots, Glove, Treads and go for kills. If your idea is already to play passive throughout the whole lane, then we buy a regen item, right? Like the Ring or the Helm. And then we play for that.
Bracer good here if I want to play passive?
As a starting item?
Yeah. No. It's like the same items here and like I queue Bracer.
I don't really like upgrading Bracer unless I start with it because I don't think it's too cost efficient. Like if you buy a Bracer, it's like a little mix of HP regen and more damage, right? We should just commit to one. If you want to play passive, I would rather you save the gold to get the Ring or the Helm. And if you want to play aggressive, I'd rather you spend the upgrade. Like the upgrade to Bracer costs you like 380 gold after you have a gauntlet, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to play aggro, I'd rather just use save 380 gold and buy a glove. And if you want to play passive, I'd rather you save the gold and buy the Ring.